Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and break down some of the film from our game against Castle Park. So this is from the summer, obviously, but let's take a look at a few things we could do better. I have a whole bunch of screenshots from Coach Nick's film, and I think we're going to take a look at it real quick. So first off, right here, we had ball pressure at first. He snuck through. What's wrong with this picture? Okay, we got several things. Number one, hugging his man. Right here, hugging his man right here. Should be halfway between pointers to see both. Right? Same thing here, kind of hugging his man. That's the big guy, so we kind of cut you a break because you are pretty much in the middle. But there is the big problem. That's Tossie right here. Tossie, see how far out you are? I want you to be halfway through. We're in white, so you should be in help. So you should be almost where Eric is. Scoot it over so you can help. Right? And we've got, I think that's Carl right there. By the way, during this video, if I mix you up with other people, I'm sorry, it's hard to tell from the video right here. Right? So that looks like Carl. He's a little bit far out with this guy here. I want you to be like right about there. So I want you to be like right there. So then you can be in a position to help when this guy's pressuring. Alright, so let's see if we can see the next picture. He cuts through, but look at this huge lane. He's got a wide open lane right here because this ball pressure, which was great. We want to pressure him so he doesn't have time to think, but we need to have somebody in help to stop the ball. Right? So here's a little better picture. He's starting the ball pressure. He spins. He comes out. He drives. Right now he's behind him. Now obviously we would rather have you contain him out there, but ball pressure is the most important thing for right now. So ball pressure here forces him in. See how you have to, I think that's Jay. Jay, you see how you have to like react? He's already here and you're reacting then. You need to already be at that elbow by the time he's like right here. Right? He's at that elbow. Tossie, again, you're way too far out and you're just kind of watching. Right? We don't want you to be a spectator. We want you to be a helper because you need to drop down and help with the big guy. Drop in and help him because Eric is going to have to step up if this guy doesn't get stopped. Our first line of defense should be Jay. Alright, Jay should be the one to be there. He should be at that three-point line by the time he dribbles up here. Carl should be dropping back here to cover Jay's guy. And Tossie's got to cover him just in case he has to step up. Right? It's all a rotation. Right? That weak side rotation has to happen. And we just got totally out of position on this one. This is terrible defense. Okay? Here's another one. Ball's coming up. We're all kind of clustered. We need to have ball pressure as soon as this guy crosses half court. As soon as he crosses half court, somebody's on him, somebody's harassing him. Right? Everybody else needs to be in help position again, where you have your hands out, pointers to man, you, and ball. Okay, here's another one. It's a fast break. Glad we got at least 4 guys down here, so that's nice. But notice where, whoever this is, you're stopping them here. I want you, if you're on a fast break, you should be stopping them like way up here. Because now, this person gets down low, they make a juke, they go by. That's way too deep. You want to stop them on a fast break, stop them way out here. Stop them like right up here. Make them, use your body to kind of cut it off and make them go to the sideline. Get them out of the lane. He's here in the middle. We don't want that. We want him going around the side. Okay, next one. Alright, so here, Eric, you got exposed. Sorry to kind of put you on blast here. But if we have a guy setting a pick, if I was Tossie, I'd be really pissed, Eric, to be honest. Because I'd be like, what the heck, bro? Like, that's, you need to have, where should you be? You should be on the other side of him. You should be hedging him. So you're creating a wall. This guy's going to try to dribble through. Eric, you need to be right on the other side, hands out, stopping him from going this way. Okay? We have to fix that, right? You have to hedge that pick. Okay? Looks like Dom over here. Not too bad, but I'd rather see you over a little bit and more in help. I need to see pointers out. Okay, now it looks like Jay, you got an eye on him and a hand on him, so that's alright, but I still want you off in the middle a little bit more. Because Eric should be up, which means you would be the guy in the middle. right? And then Carl, you need to be in the middle more. Okay, so the next one. Alright, and this one I was just like, why is he why is he back? We got 5 guys right here, and I think somebody's like, oh look, we've got a bogey. Yeah, get this guy. We can't have just a fast break. That should have been a lane for them. If they would have been better, they would have looked up, seen that, and that would have been a lane. I mean, look at that. Listen, he's got that all to himself. We have to be back, and we can't lose people like that. Okay, same thing, Eric. You gotta hedge that pick, dude. This is another one. I think I have it like sequentially. Yeah, so here, you gotta hedge that pick because you gotta help out your teammates. And obviously, I mean, look, they did this 4 or 5 times. They're gonna do this in a game, like when it actually matters. So we gotta fix this now. Okay. The other side, though, is, you know what? I really like Carl's position. He's like halfway. I want to see those hands up next time, but otherwise, pretty good. Tossie, you don't see the ball. That's a big problem. So I want you to step in more towards the middle, and I want you to have hands pointing to your man and pointing to the ball, so you don't lose sight of him. Alright, this one I like. We've got ball pressure here. Eric's a little bit too far on that side. Jay a little bit too far. Dom a little too far. Carl, he looks like he's cutting, so you're playing off him a little bit. I'll buy it. Not too bad. Okay, now we've got a drive. Looks like Eric stepped over to help in the middle. I like that. Carl, problem, back of your head is to your guy. That's, you know, you're going to lose him. He's going to go over to the corner and shoot a 3. You just don't know where he is. But I want you to be down. See, you're kind of standing up. Be down and ready if you know they're attacking right here. Right, Jay sliding over to help, so that's good. And here we go. So this is an inbound pass. They inbounded it to the big guy. Big guy popped out. So Eric's coming out. He's here. Now we've got, looks like Jay, no idea what's going on. Right? You got to keep your head on a swivel so you can see both and play off him. So I'd even be where, if your guy's here, be where Tossie is so you can see man and see ball. Right? And then same thing, Dom. Dom has no idea that he's going to shoot it right here. Right? He could pop it and he'd have no idea because we wouldn't be ready to box out. We got to see both. Right? So Dom, I want you to be where, almost where Tossie is, and Jay, I want you to be where Tossie is too. Okay? So Tossie got a rebound. This was nice because I remember this play. The big guy shot it. Luckily it bounced off because we didn't have very much boxing out going on. That's going to be a theme you'll see. But bounced right to him. How lucky is that? And Dom took off. Excellent job. Dom sees the lane. He sprints. Tossie with a look-ahead pass hits him. Perfect. So Tossie, you made that happen with that look-ahead. Dom, you helped that happen by sprinting up. Kudos to everybody around. Okay? So let's take a look here. Now we're starting to kind of figure it out a little bit better. Okay, I want you up on him so he can't breathe. Because see how he's calling for a pick? Don't even let him breathe. So get up on him, smother him right here. Right, and Tossie, I know you can, so I want you to get up and, you know, basically manhandle him a little bit. Make him think about you rather than thinking about running a play. That's what we want. Right? So Carl, not too bad, maybe over a little bit, and get your hands up so you can see either side. Jay, slide over a little bit and help Tossie, because if he goes by him, that's you. Eric, not too bad, but slide over towards the middle a little bit. Dom, you should be almost under the basket right here to help. Okay, but the bottom line is, look how we've got all these, you know, white jerseys right here to help. If he goes by him, step up to help, step up, step up. That's what we want to see. Okay, there's another fast break. All right, we see how you're facing sideways, and it looks kind of like Carl. See how you're facing sideways? I want you to stop him here, and by presenting, turn your body this way, so then you can stop him and shift him that way. Right? You don't want to have it so he just goes, he's going to make it a Euro step and then go right around you. Right? That is not what we want. We want to stop the guy, contain him. Right? Make him go around you, not just step through you. Right? So you need to get lower, get over there, and present a wall that's facing this way, rather than having, you're running this way, turn your body to face him. Make him hit you in the chest. right? If he hits you in the chest, that's not a foul, right? Even if your feet are a little offset, if he hits you in the chest on his way to the basket, I would take that any day. There you go. Yep, it's a step. So he's right here. Just step through and wide open, right? So you can't have your body facing the sideline. You got to have it facing your back to the basket, facing the guy, right? And that's how we lost points. Okay, so we got to fix that. Okay, so let's see. Here we are. We've got two guys guarding this guy. So I know it's a second squad, first time in, but Gabe and Joey, you got to fix that. You got to talk to each other, so then we don't have this miscommunication. Because otherwise, we got Chris over here. Chris is trying to like figure out, look, this guy's wide open right here. And again, we're so lucky that they didn't figure this out, because the big guy decided, oh, okay, here it is. He's open. This guy over here, number 10, is open because Chris is trying to guard both of them. Now, he tried to make the pass and ended up not working, which is awesome. But that was so lucky that that happened. We have to make sure we talk to each other. If I'm Joey, I'm going to be like, yo, what the heck? Like, go get your own guy. Or, okay, you got him. I need to sprint back and guard this guy. Right? You have to communicate. This is like a textbook, no communication right here. Okay, so next one. All right, oh, here. This is pretty bad, too. Right, here's the ball. Great, Joey's here. I would like a hand up, just personally, but, you know, whatever. We've got Gabe, looks like it's fronting 33, except for the fact that that's the back of Gabe's head, that's the back of Christian's head, this is the back of what looks like Efren's head, and then Chris is denying, which, okay, cool, I get it, but you know what, I feel like, Chris, I'd rather have you in help at this point, unless if this guy's like scoring, you know, 20 points a game, yeah, then, you know, let's cut him off. But Chris, I'd rather have you be right there. And so slide over a little bit and back, because if he drives and beats Joey, I want you to help that. Okay, but this is the problem. Is that we got three guys right here. None of them can see their guys. Why? There's no pointers. Man, you ball, you got to turn sideways, point to the ball, point to your man. Same thing with Chris. Like, Chris's position, where he's at is great. So, Chris, good job. Thumbs up for you. But realize you have no idea what's going on with this guy. If he drove, alley-oop, this guy comes through, bashes it. Okay, you have to see both your man and ball. If he drives, then you step up, then he rotates down. Right? So Efren would rotate down if you guys had to step up here. But let's go to the next part. Right? So here's a classic no box out play. We have Joey contesting the shot. Great, I like that. Let's, you know, kind of add a little bit, make him think while he's shooting. This guy's shooting is great. I love that. Always get him to put up a jump shot. That's perfect. Keep him out of the paint. Now, watch Gabe, because Gabe, this is why Gabe got to play a little extra in that fourth quarter and third quarter. Right? He's got a body on his guy, right, pushing him out of the side. Now, Efren's over here, kind of hanging out. Chris is looking to crash the boards. This other Chris is kind of like, well, I don't know, just hanging out, it looks like. As soon as you see a shot go up, what is the first thing you need to do? Find your guy, find your guy, find your guy, find him, put a body on him, right, throw your elbow out at him, just like that. I mean, this is like textbook. Put an elbow on the guy, pivot so he's going to turn this way, put a butt on the guy, push him out, and get a rebound. So let's watch what Gabe does and what Efren, Chris, and Chris don't do. Right? Ball goes up. Look, this guy went right past everybody. This guy, we've got two. I mean, look at this. We have 1, 2. They both just go right in, and they're waiting for the rebound. Now look at Gabe. Gabe's pushing him out, and he's got this nice lane right here to grab the ball. Now, if Efren, Chris, and Chris had boxed out their guys, we would have this whole center part. But we don't. The only reason we get this rebound is because Gabe is in position and he's working his butt off. Right? So we're here. We have a pivot out. Block that, and Gabe gets the rebound. Right, so thumbs up, Gabe. Good job for that. All right. So now let's go to the next part. So he's cutting through. We have ball pressure by Efren, so good job with the ball pressure. Obviously, I want you to kind of slip over, but let's say you get beat. Now, where is everybody else? Chris is in a good position. I'm okay with that. Gabe's in a good position. Chris, I need you to slide over towards the middle a little bit, right? So slide over. You should almost be at that elbow to be between the man, you, and the ball, right? Otherwise, I thought that looks pretty decent. Okay, let's go to the next part. Okay, so here we go, sequence. So he cuts through. Chris, you got to be there faster. That's what that's what this was. So Chris is here. You see him get beat. Your job is to step up. Step up, you and Gabe, step up. Somebody stop the ball. Like you realize, we need to stop this guy. I'm glad you kind of got there, but you need to be all the way up. And then Chris, I think you kind of realized, oh, okay, well, if he's going to the middle, my guy doesn't really matter at this point because he's going to get a lay-in. Yeah, I definitely agree. You got to be over here a little bit quicker. Okay, and then obviously, you know, Joey, I need you back there a little bit quicker. I know the other big guys out here, but we need your help on the defensive end as well. Okay, so here's a sideline play. Now, why did I select this one? If you watch the vid, Chris Nichols, excellent job getting up in this guy's face. I love that, absolutely love that. He had the ball, and Chris was like, he was going, hey, 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 hey. It was awesome. Huge kudos to Chris. Loved it. The other thing is, you notice communication, right? Gabe saying, yo, there's a pick. Joey, that's got to be you saying this. You got to tell Chris, like, yo, there's a pick coming. Also, Chris, I don't know how you got beat so bad back there. I really have no idea. I think it's just kind of walking and thinking, like, oh, it's just an inbound play, so I'll just kind of walk. Dude, that's, well, you'll see what happens. So, he has this pick. You don't fight around it. You try to cut over it. But you're so late that, I mean, look at this. Look at this, the spacing here. You're so late that both you and Gabe almost run out to try to help that. We have Joey in the back, has nobody helping back there. So that causes problems because he makes this pass here. I haven't outlined it in red. He makes this, and you know what? The other team did a good job on this, but the only reason they got this is because we messed up, right? We got a pass into the big guy. This guy cut. Big guy dumped it off, and he got a lay-in, right? Because Chris, if you would have been there, Gabe wouldn't have had to slide over. He could have played back a little bit, and then we wouldn't have had that wide open lay-in. Okay. The other thing is, whoever the guys are out here, Chris, good job with this. But I think it's Efren right here. Efren, if your guy doesn't have the ball, I'm cool with you just chilling, helping out in the paint. Help these guys out a little bit. If your guy gets the ball out here, then, so ball to your guy, then run out and close out and pressure him out here. Okay, but otherwise, I'm totally cool with you kind of hanging out back here, helping with this. Okay, here we are. Trying to remember why I picked this one. I think it's because we're actually in pretty good spots. Gabe, excellent job helping. He's here. He has a pointer at his man. We'll call that a pointer. And the ball's right here. Now I got a pass inbound here. Ball pressure caused the quick pass. Joey's kind of pushing him out, so he has to go around the back. We got Chris helping out right here. Maybe if Chris was a little bit more into the paint and didn't have the back of his head to his man, if he could see both his man and the ball, this would have been almost like a perfect defensive position. All right, this is good, and this ended up being a steal for us because Gabe went down, Joey went down, and Chris went down. They all collapsed on that. That was great. I love this one. All right, and Efren maybe a little bit over so you could see both because your head's tilted a little bit, but other than that, I thought it was great. Okay, this one, I love this because Chris is all up in him, right? We have Efren can see both his man and the ball. We've got Carlos, it looks like, right here, forcing him in. This is great. The only thing and this ended up being a steal. He took his cookies and ran for it. But I think that's Dusty. I don't know what you're doing way over there. Okay, you should be like almost in the middle, right? You should be held. The bottom line is your job. If you're over here, your job is to be middle. So then Carlos can front this guy, and he can't lob it over. You get the back. Okay, so you gotta be scooted over here. Okay. All right, next part here. We got Damon guarding the big guy. Chris helping down. That's great. I like that. Carlos and Dusty also in the down middle position. Efren up here because your guy's out here, but near the 3-point line. So, yeah, you know what? I like this because notice to get to the basket, he's got to go through 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got to go through 4 of us. That's the blob. That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Okay, and this last squad, there's a lot of fast breaks, and that is really on offense. We have to practice having somebody at the top so to prevent that fast break. Okay, and that's something that we'll work on. But make sure you just I took a screenshot. There's like 3 of them. Fast break, fast break, fast break. We can be quick and fast, but if we don't set ourselves up on offense and always have somebody back in the hole, you know, that's going to be, they're just going to cherry pick like this, and that's how they got a bunch of buckets. Okay, here's another one. I mean, you know, we could be as fast as we want. If we don't cut them off, number 1, it's pointless. They're just going to score. Also, number 2, they're, you know, if we don't set it up on offense, it's just kind of rough for us here. Okay, so we got guy with the ball, right under the basket. Dusty, that's good. Efren, I'd scoot over a little bit. Carlos, good, fronting it. Yeah, if you slide over a little bit, just to be in the absolute middle, then that would help Carlos out a lot. But good job fronting. Looks like Chris right here. Yeah, I'd say get up in that space. See how there's that space right here? I don't know if that's Damon, but there's a space between you guys. Close it. Attack him. Like, seriously, get up and don't let him breathe. Okay, but otherwise pretty good. Let's take a look at this one. So, it's like he's in the corner, dribbled through, great help by Carlos. I believe that's Carlos. Going up, contesting the shot. What we got to do, though, is Dusty, if you're here, Efren, Damon, everybody find somebody. You know there's a shot. If you're blocking the shot, yell shot so everybody knows. Find somebody, box them out. Box them out, create this space where, or even just pick him and push him out. We have to create this space where we can get the rebound. Right, but otherwise, Carlos, that was great. Nice job helping over there. Okay, and yet another fast break. Okay, taking a look at this. Got a lot of space right here, Carl. We got to fix that. Fix that space. Get up in him as soon as possible. Alright, not too bad. Looks like he's going to go over and pick, so hopefully you will do a little bit more of a hedge here. But this is why I took this picture. Tassi, help me out, bro. Ball is here. You should actually almost be where Carl is, like in the middle. If ball is here and your man's here, you should be like right here. Like right there. Helping out just in case. Because that's your job. Also, if you're Dom, you gotta be down here. Notice how Jay's like just, I mean, if this is a decent guy, we would be scored on right here. You got to be in here. Jay, you got to front him because you got to trust that Dom is covering the middle. Okay? He's 1, 2, 3 passes away. If you're 3 passes away, you got to be in the middle covering all that, right? You've got lob and Jay's fronting. Okay? Okay, so we got a shot. Shot goes up, and that was because of this. If you watch what happens here, he's going to set a pick. And honestly, you got to watch this because, watch the actual video. He sets the pick. For some reason, we switch. Don't switch. Don't switch. Eric, I love you, but you can't switch onto this guy and leave Carl with this guy. Okay? So Carl, don't take the easy way out and just go, oh, pick, switch. No, fight through it, because Eric, you've got to stop that, hedge it, and then recover. Hedge and recover. Hedge and recover. Don't let Carl switch onto the big dude. Carl, you stay with him. Don't even let him think that you're going to switch. And Eric, hedge and recover, otherwise they got this three-pointer. You know, that's kind of that. The other thing is, shot goes up. You yell shot. No box out here. Dom, you got to box out. Jay, thank you for starting the box out, but at the same time, I think he made it. So your box out, and then the tip would have been here, which he would have got, and that would have been just terrible, right? So Dom, you got a box out, and Tossie, let's get you a box out as well. Okay, so here's another one. We've got guarding the big guy. I don't know why this guy right here. We have Jay guarding two people. Why is that happening? Because we're way out of position here. I don't know the story with this one, but we need to get over there a lot quicker, because now Jay has to step out and stop that, which, Jay, thank you for doing that. But then you're going to be almost late here to catch this guy. He's like, oh, dude, this is perfect. We got to pass here, layup, and that's how we get, scored on. So also, Carl, I want you to see how your head's to your guy. I realize that, panic just happened because Jay has to leave, but I want you to be already in the middle. So then if Jay has to step up, you're already guarding this guy, right? Because this is how this works. Jay guards here, Carl guards here, and then if you're Tossie, you're way out of position, number one. I don't know what you're doing way out here. This isn't like their top player scoring 20 points. You have to be in the middle because you're rotating down to cover that guy. Right? So the rotation works. Again, I don't know, Dom, how this happened. You got beat so bad. But if Jay steps up, let's say you get beat, which you did clearly here. Jay steps up, Carl swings over, and Tossie has to slide down to guard Carl's man. Right? So it's rotation, rotation. That weak side rotation, that's how champions are either made or that's how you lose. And right now we're not there. That's fine. It's Summer League, but we gotta fix this and make this better. Okay? So, after I talked to you about it during the game, Eric doing a little better job of this. I want you all the way out. Like, you should be, instead of being here, you should be all the way on the opposite side here. Notice, how many times have they run this play? Like 6 or 7 times. Why? Because it's working on us. We have to have you out there, hedge, slow the guy down, make him go around you, buy him time, buy Jay time to fight through. Also, Tossie, dude, you're killing me here, right? Going around, we're not even facing the right way. You got to be up. So ball's here. You should be in the middle with a pointer with your chest facing up, pointer to this guy, pointer to ball, right? Because that's got to be your position here. Right, Dom looking good here. Carl, I don't know what's going on here either, but at least you're somewhat under the basket. That's what I like to see. Okay? So let's go to the next part. Because and look, we got the pick, we got the no hedge, which leads to, and see, but then at the same time, that's both your guys' fault. Hedge and recover. So, Eric, you didn't switch, which is great. Thumbs up for you, Eric. But, Jay, you don't switch this, right? Don't switch onto the other guy. Stick with him, because now look how much space he has to shoot. Like that's a lot of space. Also, okay, here, close this out. Go back to this one. Okay, if you're here and you have this huge amount of space, Tossie, you're hugging your man way too much. Look, you're sticking with him like glue. We don't want that, dude. You got to play off him and be in help, because then this goes here. We're trying to make your life easier. Be off and help. Ball goes up. Box out. Right? Carl, that looks all right. Dom, that looks all right. But let's see if they box out. Okay? So we got ball going to corner. In this frame, Carl got a sprint out, right? And he's setting that pick to try to get him that corner shot. But we got to play off. Jay, now the ball's, so okay, so ball's in the air, so I get it. You got to jump this way. Tossi's got to jump this way. And then, Dom, you got to jump off as well. Because this is exactly what happens. He's here, catches it, passes it to the big guy. If we're not dropped back where we're supposed to, look at this. I mean, he's got a wide open lane. And look, we've got Jay, we've got Tossi, we've got, it looks like Carl. All three of you guys are like, oh no, he's going to dunk it. We're in such bad position here because we didn't get off. We didn't go ball, you, man, and guard the middle. See how we're all kind of outside hanging out? This happens, and then, here, let's do the sequence, and then that's what happens right there. Okay, so we have to get there. We have to already be there by the time he turns around. If we're not already there, then that's what happens. And that's just like, well, that doesn't make anybody feel good about themselves. Okay? Last part, I think, let's talk about the press, right? So it's like a 1-2-2 or even a 1-2-1-1 at some points. Ball pressure here. We've got Tossi inbounding. We've got Jay here. Obviously, Jay, if you've practiced inbounding, why the heck didn't you inbound? But that's fine. We go, okay, maybe you guys talked about it. You and Tossi talked about it. So you're in the right positions. We have Carl here. Now, what's supposed to happen is Carl dribbles it up the sideline, draws the trap, this guy and this guy, and then he turns around, passes it to Tossi, who swings it over to Jay. So, looks like things are going well. We pull the trap. Carl is supposed to pick up the ball, toss it here, who tosses it there. See how he's going to slide over? It's going to be an overhead snap pass here, right? Snap pass, and actually down on this side, which we can't see, there's a guy who should be coming up to the middle, but there's not. We need this middle guy right there. Literally, that's why we have it, because he needs to be right there, where there's miraculously an open spot, right? So whoever was over here, get your butt over here, because you have to be there, right? This other guy's in the corner, take your other guy with you, that's fine, you know what to do. But that middle guy, that's kind of a bummer, right? Also, Carl, you know what happens next. This little behind the back thing, don't dribble through these presses where there's a whole bunch of guys clustered. Overhead snap pass back to Tossi, because then this happens, right? And that's just something that nobody wants to see, especially me, right? Or anybody else on the team. It's like, oh crap, we just had a turnover, right? So snap back. Look how open Tossi is too, by the way. You can snap it, we're past it, we're totally fine. Okay? So again, learning moment. Don't try to dribble through everybody when it's a zone press. Alright, so here's the next screen. Looks like we got a guy shooting in the corner, yelling shot. How many box outs do you see? Because not a box out. Not a box out. I could maybe count that kind of as a box out. Looks like Tossi doesn't even know the ball got shot. So that would be something to be aware of. And Carl's just standing there. Right? So we need to fix all these things. Shot goes up. Push. If you're Carl, I'm going to not even look at the ball here. Put an elbow up. Push this guy out. Tossi, find this guy. Just truck him. Truck him. Truck him. Truck everybody out of there. So when the ball bounces down, it's just a circle of white jerseys. Okay? And this is exactly why, right? We have a shot. This guy is going to run up and just grab it because there's no box out. No box out here. We're just kind of jumping for it. We're all going to, so Carl's going to kind of scoot back and then try to jump for it, and you just get owned. Like that's kind of embarrassing, right? He just went up and over you, Randy Mossed you, right? So you have to put a butt on somebody and push everybody out so then this doesn't happen. Okay? So, next part. We have the ball here. Alright? Running out, Tassi, great job. Looks nice. Okay? Eric, I would want you to front this guy. However, why can't Eric front him right now? Because it looks like Jay is way out here guarding this guy. If ball's here, you should be almost where Eric is, just kind of in the middle. Just slide over a little bit, you should be right there. I don't know what's going on here with this guy. Ball's here. Are you having a conversation with the other team? I don't care, dude. Get in the back. You should be like right in that middle part as well to help with this. Okay? Again, I don't want to know. I just fix it so this doesn't happen again. Because we also have somebody else back there too. Okay? So we're here. We have this miraculous fix. Because he makes this little no-look wannabe pass, which is great, and we love it when that happens. But realize we're kind of out of position here. Should be inside the 3, should be between, because that really, essentially, this is whoever's here, you should have stepped up and stopped this penetration. Right? He's trying with the no-look pass to this guy. Luckily, we've got quick hands, and we'll probably get it. But we've got to make that happen a lot quicker. And Jay's kind of... You know what? Jay, you're okay. You're okay right there. I'll buy that. If in the middle, you man ball. If he goes any farther, you would have stepped up. Okay. But then, I mean, I think this is Dom. You got to get in there a little bit quicker. All right. So same thing here. If he's making the pass in, Eric, front him. At least like turn sideways, like scoot up, turn sideways, face the baseline, put a hand out. So then you're kind of blocking him. Right? So then he can't just make this easy pass. Also, Tassi, I want you up into him. See how there's a bunch of space between you? He just made a post-entry pass. You should make this like the toughest pass of his life. Right? Make it so he can't make this pass. Because you and Eric, if you guys both kind of clog that lane, you put a hand in there, Eric puts a hand in there too, he's going to try to pass it, or just even be like, no, it's too hard, and try to swing it around again. That's what we want. Okay, Jay, get more middle. Chris, alright, I'll take it. On the elbow, slide over a little bit more. But Dom, come on, dude. You're out to lunch with this guy. If ball's here, you should be middle. Like, you see this? Ball is here. Your guy's here. You should be standing like right there. Right there, looking at both of them. Okay, so help me out here. We've got to fix this defense. Okay, now what's nice is that we had some good defense on the other side. We got a pass ahead, unselfish play. And we got a cool looking shot right here. Right, a layup. Great job. Right, that run ahead Dom is great. We like how it is on offense, but we can't have things like this where it's just like out to lunch play that costs us 2 points, and then try to get it back by this cool play. If we fix this, then we get 2 points, not just like even, right? So let's fix that here. This is a really great play. Carl took his guy to the hole because we had our spacing, right? We're in our 4-out spacing. Took his guy to the hole, went right, blew right by him. Big guy tried to block him. Carl knew that he was coming up, so he dumped it off to Gabe. Gabe took it in for the land. Great job cutting, great job going around him, and more importantly, good job to everybody here, here, and here for spacing. Spacing, thumbs up for everybody all around. All right, I think that's it. Cool, and obviously, I'm pointing out the things that are difficult and the things that we need to fix. So I'm not doing a lot of the like, hey, good job stuff, because I want us to fix these things. You guys know when you do good stuff, and I want to make sure that I encourage that, but realize I also want to tweak things here and here so that we can make our team better and better.